In the frozen plains of the north, the earth once trembled beneath a thunderous storm. A legion clad in iron, mounted on beasts of steel and flame. They knew no fear. They never retreated. They were the Iron Pagoda Cavalry, the unstoppable power of the Jurchen Empire. They are a legendary unit, the cavalry equipped with the heaviest armor in the history of China. Known as Iron Floating Tower, this was a powerful tool of the Jin dynasty, participating in dozens of important battles and contributing to the remarkable military achievements of the Jurchens throughout northern China in the 12th century. The Jurchens were born in the icy forests of Manchuria, a land where only the strong survived. They grew up with the bow, the horse, and the harsh rhythm of war. Under the leadership of Jurchen Empire, the tribes united, forging a force that would shake the world, the Iron Pagoda Cavalry. The Iron Pagoda Cavalry is heavy cavalry, similar to the medieval European knights, with both riders and horses clad in armor. In battle, 3 cavalrymen are connected by leather straps to form a unit. Although cumbersome, they possess great striking power. This unit is used for direct assaults. Although they are cavalry, when the situation demands, they will dismount to fight like heavy infantry soldiers, which is why they are also referred to as Iron Tower soldiers. This cavalry unit acts as a vanguard, always leading in battles, creating shockwaves for the enemy with terrifying charges or dismounting to fight like heavy infantry. Before the Liao army, they were a thunderous hammer crushing all resistance. Before the Northern Song dynasty, they were an iron storm sweeping away fortifications. The Song people recorded in history when Iron Pagoda advanced, no army could withstand him on the battlefield. They needed no words. The sound of hooves was enough to shatter the enemy. The armored cavalrymen are fully covered in armor, revealing only their eyes and hands, similar to the Persian warriors of the 4th to 7th centuries. Some historians use the terms cataphracts or plebenarii in Greek to refer to such heavily armored cavalry. The horses are also armored. They use lamellar armor and thick cotton armor. A knight is provided with 2 horses to ensure mobility and combat capability in all situations. Their weapons are also very diverse. Besides a spear, they usually have a small mace, a bow and arrows, and a saber. To carry out various tasks depending on the actual situation, they are equipped with a rope ladder, a shovel, and an axe. They are often deployed in large numbers, with 3,000 to 6,000 people each time they go into action. The knights in medieval Europe were far from reaching these numbers, and their attacks became deadlier than ever before. The scale of the armies in Eastern countries far exceeds that of Europe. Note that this is just the vanguard of a massive army supported by 15,000 cavalry of various types and 40,000 to 80,000 well-equipped infantry. The forces of the Jin state could reach 500,000 people, which is still quite modest compared to the Han or Tang dynasties. One before the battle, The Jurchen cavalry launched light shots to disrupt the enemy formation. Point 2 When the opponent lost their advantage, Iron Pagoda appeared from the rear, in a triangular/V formation, with the tip directed straight at the enemy's center. Point 3 The entire formation gradually accelerated, from walking, marching, galloping, maintaining strict order. Point 4 When approaching 50 to 80 meters, the whole team lowered their weapons, locked their shields, and held the formation, creating an iron wall weighing hundreds of tons. Point 5 Charging head-on, gravity, speed, and steel combined to create an unstoppable collision. The Iron Pagoda is used as a spearhead, charging straight into the enemy formation. Zhao Yanwei, a Song dynasty historian, recorded their tactics. The cavalrymen arranged themselves in a triangular formation facing forward, charging at the enemy as fast as possible, then spreading out to encircle the enemy troops, waiting for the opportunity to attack again. If the situation required, they could dismount and fight like infantry soldiers. The Iron Pagoda were more than horsemen, they were mobile fortresses. Every warrior and horse was wrapped in iron scales, gleaming like frozen fire under the northern sun. When they charged, the ground roared, and the clash of steel echoed like thunder across the steppe. No line could withstand their fury. The fighting style of this unit may have been influenced by the Iron Hawk cavalry of the Western Xia Empire. Regarding the Iron Hawk, the Song history describes this unit as follows: the knights can travel hundreds to thousands of miles a day on horseback. They are excellent cavalry, attacking fiercely like thunder and moving nimbly like clouds. When encountering the enemy, they launch powerful and unexpected charges. These cavalrymen are an elite force of the Western Xia Royal Army, participating in many campaigns. They are only moderately armored, and their advantage comes from their agility and speed. Spears can also be securely attached to the horse in case the knight falls, allowing the horse to still complete the mission. Difficult to maintain / high costs, armor, mounted units, training. When opponents use anti-cavalry tactics, infantry forming tight formations, appropriate weaponry, or when there is primitive gunpowder, effectiveness is reduced, high losses if counterattack before the ranks are in position, easily fatigued, reduced speed if marching or fighting continuously for extended periods. Empires may fall, but the sound of their horses' hooves still echoes in the winds of history. The Iron Pagoda is not just about warriors, they are steel infused with spirit, discipline transformed into movement, courage clad in iron armor. Though their era has passed, that legacy endures, like a reminder that in the frozen north, there were once people who rode the winds, carrying thunder and steel. There are legends that never fade away. The Iron Pagoda is not just an army, but a testament to the strength of will and discipline. In the thunderous sound of hooves and the dazzling light of steel, they wrote the chapter of a nation, where courage does not yield to the cold or fear. Though their era has passed, that legacy remains in everyone who has heard this story, as a reminder that true strength does not lie in steel, but in the spirit of those who carry it.